Deandre, let's start with the Blazers extending Chauncey Billups. What were your feelings on that?
Shit, they made the right decision. I mean, honestly, Chauncey deserved it. I'm just glad they finally took care of his mental stamina dealing with us. But not. It was definitely a learning process. It's just learning through him every day and seeing the type of dogs he had, and just instilling the right professionalism how we approach the game. And we all bought in, and Chauncey did his thing. 19 games, and then we got 35 wins. Stuff like that is dramatic change in the league, and it's hard to win in the league. So when you see us getting a little bit of motion, we got something going on here.
You're going to adjust to a new coach coming here. How has your relationship with him evolved?
Big time. Texts me a lot. We do a lot of iMessaging and just a lot of compliments. A lot of gestures, and everything's just authentic. It's nothing. When we talk, it's not always transactional. It's just always calm, and we at work, but we all on the same mission and we having fun with it.
No one else? Okay. How annoying or frustrating was it for you to lose the last few weeks of the season? Because you were killing it. You guys won 10 and 11, and then you got injured. How frustrating was that for you?
I don't even say it was frustrating. Every disappointment is for a good, and it was great to see DC out there get some good bumping. Knowing that he's a two-time national championship guy, I know he wasn't used coming off the bench. So, just having that half of the season, starting, you could definitely see the confidence build up, and, you see his body change a little bit, and him getting better shape, and, him playing and the experience of him just rebounding on the glass and just, being a presence for the team. I was really happy about that. And just watching our guys evolve, like Tumani, Scoot leading the team, and Shaden finally getting out of his comfort zone, just knowing that he's really good. He's a really good player. So it was fun seeing all of that. I was really feeling like a vet, just really sitting back and just waiting for my time.
Like that role for yourself, kind of being the vet, kind of growing alongside younger guys?
Yeah, Scoot will put you in the place letting you know you're getting old a little bit. So, yeah, I definitely got to stay in that position where I'm just in the middle. And, also, just let the guys know I'm here with them. There's no difference. We all on the same court. We all got the same job. So everybody has to hold up their own accountability.
Deandre, this team's continues to be in transition, but you're going into a contract year next year. Do you have a feel for what you want your future with the Blazers to be?
Yeah, I just want to show the Blazers I can play throughout the whole season. Last couple of years it's just been a little iffy where, whether it's a season or, little nicks and knacks that's been taking games away from me. So my job is just to show the organization, they can rely on me.
DA, both to what Bill just said about the contract year and also what you were saying about getting to see Donovan get a little bit of obviously going into training camp, that's going to be a battle between you and him about role and starting status and all that kind of stuff with him being a lottery pick and all that. Is that something that if what your role is that something you're going to be okay with going forward, whatever it is?
Yeah, I mean that's every year. It feels like for me, no matter who, who's really out there, just really just coming to training camp in shape, and it's not like I'm having another coach that I'm not used to. We have Chauncey Billups, who's a very, a communicative coach. He never really leads you blindsided. He always lets you know straight ahead, or he just hits it around the head of the nail. Just tell you straight up how it is and how it's gonna go. That's just it.
On that subject, I can't really think of a situation where like a coach would get like a contract extension, multi-year commitment from the team, and he's still getting booed during introductions. Like, what do you think fans who are booing Chauncey? Like,
fans want to win, so that's just fans. Fans are emotional. I mean, we all know that it's the NBA. Fans say whatever. They still love us. They still come to the games. They boo as much as they want. They still out there. So, it's belief at the end of the day.
What do you think they're missing about Chauncey?
You sure they booing Chauncey? Sometimes I think they boo is just us not winning.
I didn't have a chance to pull him, but yeah.
You gotta pull up some clips. You can't be pulling Chauncey. Chauncey just turned this thing around for me. Being one of the top guys who's really a a player's coach. So it's hard to boo a guy like that. We got his back, so.
Joe talked today about the bar being raised and the goal, depending on how the offseason goes, to maybe make the playoffs next year. You've been on a championship contender. Do you feel this team is close to being on the verge of being a true playoff team, not just playing, but in the top 8?
Yes. We had these ups and downs with these little injuries in the beginning of the year, and in the first 20 games was just trying to figure out things, and it just felt a little mixy, a little messy, and we wasn't consistent with it at all. You got guys like Danny. Danny is a huge help. I think he's like an X factor for us, just being that all-around guy, all-around star. Just really defending, rebounding, and pushing the ball and scoring the ball. And you got the rest of the pieces that you know of, Shaden and Ant and Scoot. And you got the big fellas down there where you got Donovan shooting threes, you got rebounds, you got lob threats like me and Rob. It's a lot. It's fun. You could tell Chauncey's having fun, Joe's having fun, and this is going to be a big off season. For us to just start the winning and not have a season like this again. Just finishing the 82 game and it's just done after that. It's a bad feeling.